I am going to work on my Clay Clan challenge for making a kiln god. So here is the general idea of what I'm doing. The challenge is to sculpt, so I'm cheating slightly because I'm scared of sculpting. I'm actually throwing it, and then I'm going to sculptish the face. So I'm going to have the body, which is a pot, a big nice round pot, and then the head, which is that upside down pot, which will go in. I threw these pieces yesterday, which I'll post that video later. It'll be unedited, like I do. But here they are. They're still a little bit not as dry as I'd like them to be. I'm hoping they'll dry a little bit more. So how they'll work is they'll sit directly like this to make a little god. And so I threw these so they're round, so I'll need to trim that a little bit more. I may end up having to actually use this as my chuck. This one might be a little bit fit. So I made a chuck as well. Man, these are really not ready yet, but I'm gonna push it. Oh, and so that there's gonna be a head, but the idea is that I can turn the head, so if the god was happy, he's a happy god. If he wasn't happy, he's not a happy god. And I probably should have taken everything out a little bit more to dry, but hello, troll hunter. Hello. One like for your kindness. Oh, thank you. That was kind. I like kind people. So that's the goal. That is surprisingly center right off the bat. That's lovely. Okay. So let's keep it center. I may actually set my other pieces out in the sun to help them dry a little bit while I work on this. That's the center. So, let's get this thing down. Find a piece for that. Down. Yeah, these are super still not ready. When things center this easy, I doubt myself and I'm thinking maybe I'm not seeing it right. Hello, hello. Oh, I left my bats out yesterday. That's not good. It is not a water pipe, no. It is going to be a kiln god. So what you see here is going to be the head. And then I've got the body that it's going to sit inside, hopefully. My pieces are really not ready to trim yet, but I'm kind of rushing it. I'm not going to, originally I was thinking about keeping these, but I decided yesterday when I was throwing them I won't, because they're just not made as well as I want them to be. So I gotta figure out how to trim this into a round shape. I am making, no reasons to apologize, I'm making a kiln god. So there's a group of potters that I know through YouTube. And for fun, we've decided to start challenging ourselves with just like random challenges. Like our first one was to throw one-handed with our non-dominant hand. Second one was to make a pot using no tools. Third one is to sculpt a kiln god. So if you're into pottery, you'll be familiar with the concept of a kiln god. So the whole idea of a kiln god is, in pottery, the kiln is an unexpected area. Like things can blow up for a number of reasons, but sometimes you just get unlucky. Sometimes stuff just happens. And so what we say is, oh, the kiln gods weren't happy, something along those lines. Well, I'm still kind of new to pottery. I've only been doing it about 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. And I thought it was just like a modern cutesy thing that people were saying. Now it's like a legit, like ancient times, people believed that they were like pottery demons that caused their pieces to, you know, explode in the kiln. And the Greeks even had names for them, which I thought was pretty cool. So this is what I'm doing, because I'm cheating a little bit. Everyone else is sculpting theirs, and I'm scared of sculpting. So I actually threw 2 pieces. I've got a pot down here and then a pot up here, that this pot will fit inside the other one. And one side will have a happy face and the other side will have an angry face. And that will be my kiln god. So depending on how the results of the kiln turned out is, you know, what you see. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. But I am kind of rushing it. Like I said, I threw these pieces yesterday. They're not really at the consistency I want to trim. You can see how I'm getting all these like little wet pieces that are sticking there. So I'm actually gonna hop up and move these other pieces. These are the pieces I threw yesterday. So you can see these are the bodies, and I have backups in case. And this is how they'll work. They'll sit just like that. So I'm going to set these in the sun so they can dry a little bit more while I work on this one. Thank you. They run in the family. They don't work too well. That's why I gotta lean forward to read the screen. I actually normally wear glasses, but I don't wear glasses when I do pottery because I'm at the age now where I'm starting to have difficulty seeing up close. So I actually see better up close without my glasses, but I can't see much at all past my hand without my glasses. So, catch-22. And like I said, normally I would not trim this with the clay at this state. That's fine. I'm not going to keep this little guy. Maybe I will, who knows. I thought about giving him to the, if he turns out okay, maybe I'll give him to the lady that owns the studio where I fire my pieces. Greetings from Uruguay. Greetings. You too. Have a nice day. We got some nice people today. I like nice people. Slowly we'll make this head more and more round. I don't want to trim too much away though, because I want to be able to have enough to carve into the face, so I'm still at least semi meeting the challenge brief. I'm pretty excited about this whole thing, this whole pottery group. I absolutely adore the show, Great Pottery Throwdown, which is a pottery competition show, British one. It's like my calming TV. So it's like pretending to be in it. Ooh, I hope this doesn't mess it up. No, I'm just gonna have a little thing there, that's fine. Oops. Let's get you back in there, buddy. At least the good part about this is I can still kind of smooth it over. Super wet. I should have pulled it out this morning. Let's see if I have a different piece I can cut with. Ooh, that's way off. I think just this neck in general is off. Okay. I'll call this done for now. This is the downside of what I'm doing. So it left a mark, you can see around the edge there, because this clay is just not dry enough really to be trimming, but I'm forcing it. And that's okay. It's okay to force things sometimes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my next piece. I think what I'm gonna do is trim the second head, do the round bottom, and then go back over, not do the top like I did the other one. Oh, that's right, I need some clay to support it. Hey, Fresh Cup of Joel. Thanks, Netto, that was really nice. Howdy, Fresh Cup of Joel. I'm cheating. You wanna see what I'm doing, Fresh Cup of Joel? Fresh Cup of Joel is one of the potters that's doing the thing with us. So I know I'm supposed to be sculpting, but instead I'm throwing, because I'm a chicken with sculpting. There will be some sculpting, I'll be carving or something. This is how far I've gotten in the plan too, which is, you know, a round belly pot at the bottom, round belly pot at the top, that's gonna be the head. And then one side of the head is gonna be happy and the other side of that head's gonna be mad. And then, hey Denny, I'm showing what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm not really sculpting, but there'd be some sculpting in there. Sculpting's outside of my comfort zone, man. I haven't done much of it. I haven't done much hand building or anything like that, so. And I'm thinking right now, I'm actually thinking I may be better off just grabbing that other bottom piece and taking away my little chuck here and using that to do the bottom. Thanks, Joel. I was worried I would be cheating. So I threw these yesterday. I just didn't post the video, so I'd be meeting the guidelines and all that. But my pieces are still like really kind of too wet to do this, but I'm still doing it. I know, Joel, and I think that's the point. You say it's like your first time you ever sculpted. I mean, that's the point of these challenges in my head, is to learn new things. And I chickened out. I think I was overthinking it too, just a little bit. All right, let's center one and then center the other. My brain's still fried from that conference. And I was just like, oh, this will be easier. And then it was also to buy time. Like if I had pieces all ready to go. There we go. It would give me time to think, and nothing really came up. And then I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll like make pieces to attach to this, like legs and arms. But now I'm like, well, the clay won't be the same. It will be not as dry, So. And Denny, I don't know if I mentioned, we're making the clay clan challenge we're doing this time is Kiln Gods, which when it warms up enough for you to be thrown again and playing with clay, you got to start playing our challenges with us. I mean, you don't have to, but it'd be cool if you did. I feel pretty good about that. This stuff is like so not dry enough. Yeah, in fact, one of the things I don't know what's our next challenge. We've got thrown off the hump coming up. This is not that centered. Oh, it's because I didn't actually attach it to the wheel. Damn. Which will be fun. I try to do throwing off the hump a bit with this project, and I failed. It did not go well at all. But I did zero research on how to do it. I've seen it a few times on TV, but I wasn't analyzing it and trying to say, oh, this is how I would do it and that kind of thing. This is no bueno. This is gonna mess my pot up. All right, I'm gonna come up with a plan B for this. I don't want to mess my pot up. Maybe for this one I'll carve away with my hand. So it'll be less fun to watch though. I'm keeping my eye on the time, Joel, so I make yours. It's kind of like paring an apple. So maybe it's a good thing that this clay is a little still wet. Got up to 39. So the next challenge is using a weird, unexpected tool. That'll be fun. It's kind of funny. One of the challenges we already have planned is using sticks and stones, I believe. And I already use rocks. I use rocks to burnish my pieces. This is a terrible tool. I want a different one. There we go. This is a little bit better. Maybe we'll go down with the texture. I really kind of wanted like a smooth face. I kind of messed that up on this one already. Yeah, Denny, so we went to Milwaukee for a conference this past weekend. It snowed. It snowed while we were there. It's like, what the hell? That is not cool. I mean, it's beautiful here right now. The trees are all nice and green. Nice spring weather. Cherry blossoms just bloomed. One of the ideas I had for this was to cut a hole in the bellies of the pots and make them incense burners so you could like make offerings. I don't understand that kind of weather. Like, yeah, the snow was coming in sideways when we were sitting at the airport, and I'm like, is it safe? And I was like, well, it's got to be safe. I mean, people fly, you know, year round out of these places. I've never even driven in snow. Maybe I'll use this clay to sculpt pieces. So let's get kind of choppy. We'll make this hair. This will be my little experimental god. Alright, so if I'm going to do a face in here, I need to give myself a pencil. Did not. Hello. Oh, Annoyed Lotus Flower. I remember you. Best name ever. How are you doing? Today, I am making Kiln God. I'm trying to sculpt a face for the first time. Sculpt anything for the first time. I'm thinking if I just like kind of take chunks out, maybe this will work. This will be more of a So one of the things I learned while looking all this up, I don't know if, well, hello, Calypso. That's my other half. The guy that sometimes walks over here, my husband. So one of the things I learned about the Kiln gods was they were like a legit thing people believed in back in the day. Well, I mean, I guess there's still kind of something people talk about it, but I just thought it was like a modern day joke. But I mean, I don't know how much of this is like true. I found it on a forum, you know, online. But the Greeks had 5 pottery demons or kiln demons, and they were named after the different things that could go wrong. And I can't remember all the different names. Like one was like shatter. One was, but of course in like ancient Greek. And they say the Chinese had similar stuff too. I thought that was pretty cool. I had big plans at one point for this project, but then it's been reduced to this. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. His face is not symmetrical though. It's getting a little bit more symmetrical. You can kind of see where the eyes are going to be. Why are you being all smushy? I like this. This is not bad at all. How do I have the eyes? They're happy eyes. I'm gonna save that for last because I thought it'd be cool if there were actual holes that I cut in. So I don't want to do that until I'm ready to set the thing down, since it'll kind of mess up the integrity. Something with the mouth, I think. This is the happy face. Mouth is not smooth. I like it smooth. Little face coming up. I think I'll go ahead and put the eyeballs in. Got crooked eyes. I mean, it's not bad. Let's draw the mean one. Alright, so if I want them to line up evenly, nose should be through here. Alright, this one's gonna be much different though. I was gonna do the same nose. So have the nose end there. Carve out that. And then just do that. Make it easy. Kind of like drew it in. Yummy wee. Yummy Wisconsin? I was just in Wisconsin. This smooths stuff out really good. really feel like those are angry enough eyebrows. Maybe they are. Can I mold what? I am sculpting a kiln god. That is what I'm doing today. Kind of draw this on right now. A block of cheese, please? That's strange. That's strange, Celeste and Kelly, you're in like, are you guys like the same person? No, not today. I'm not molding a block of cheese. I'm sculpting a kiln god today. That is what I'm doing. I'm not sure this actually added anything to his eyebrows. That's a little bit better. And the reason why I won't sculpt the cheese, one, because I'm working on this, but this isn't a for likes channel. This is a for me channel. This is my personal record of things I do with pottery, like creating eyebrows that are horribly, horribly uneven. Look at that. But if you look on the about of this description, there's a bunch of potters listed, and I know some of them do that stuff. So I would highly recommend following them and joining one of their live streams. Pretty sure Ben has done some cool stuff for people, and I think Joel have too. Hey, passerby. Cool beans, man. Passerby, I've seen you in the other pottery live streams. I don't know if you've come to mine yet. So welcome. And if you have, and I forgot, I apologize. I had the memory of a goldfish. Alright, so that's like that far from there. It's like that. So really, if I just end it here, they're about the same. They do not see the same, man. Not at all. This is like needs to end here. So I got about half an hour left. I can do this. So this is where we're at. There you go, passerby. See, I told you, memory of a goldfish. Doesn't look... I won't be, Joel. All right, so I've got 25 minutes. Is that correct? I'll probably still be working on this while I'm watching yours. 25 minutes. All right, in 25 minutes. So in 24 minutes, I will, well, all right, actually knowing me, let's do 23 minutes. 23 minutes from now. Okay. And I kind of want these eyes to like bug out. So I think I'm gonna take some of this clay and make them bug out. You had a nice little setup that for yours. Very professional. By the way, Joel, have you done the Potter's, I think it's the Potter's Workbook by Lillian Clary, I believe is the name. Yeah, I try not to spend too much time editing my videos here because if I'm going to edit any videos, I need to be editing stuff for my business. And plus I don't want to get, oh, there's like a little dandelion growing up into a crack or from a crack in my driveway. That's really cute. Yes, so I always feel guilty, like I should be doing stuff for my business instead of this. Bragger. But Denny was doing it with me, kind of, you know, like I started doing streaming the Potter's Workbook. I should probably get different clay for this. This is like breaking a little bit. Well, it's a book where there's like chapters and you can go, each chapter has like an assignment. But I thought for some reason you may have already done it because you said you made a teapot. I do understand you, Slits. Clary Ilian. Yeah, the name backwards. Ilian Clary. Clary Ilian. It's not any like unusual for me. But why is all this cracking? But I started streaming it and then I fell off of it because we moved and some other stuff happened and I want to get back into it. And the real reason why is because chapter 3 is make a cylinder where it tells the story of the potter's hands. And I just choked and I've overthought it. And then I haven't moved on past that. But I thought it would be fun to do it with a group of people. Because that was the other thing too, you know, just having people to chat about. Denny joined on, I think, a little bit late. And this was like a year and a half ago now at this point. I'm just going to put the little cracked eyes on there. It's fine. I'm not keeping this. But the idea in that book is each each chapter is an assignment, and eventually you work your way up to teapot. So the first chapter is on, you know, making a cylinder. Second chapter, no wait, first chapter is on rims, I think. No, first chapter is on foot. Second chapter is on rims. Third chapter is, I suppose I should be scoring this, right? Scoring and slipping. Third chapter is the cylinder. And then after that, it's a pitcher. But, you know, I was working my way through it, and then, like I said, I got stuck. But I thought it'd be fun to do it with a group of people. Because that's what I'm lacking. As Denny understands. Denny's also a isolated potter. "15 minutes. Joel, 15 minutes. These buggy eyes. The Potter's Workbook. It's like Potter's Handbook or the Potter's Workbook. I forgot how many chapters it is, but I just thought it'd be fun to do with somebody. And I don't care too, man. Like if you want to do dual streamings, I don't care if it's on your channel. I'm not, like I've said before, like this is a personal thing for me. So, but I just thought it'd be fun to do it with somebody and talk it through and stuff like that, and have other people join in and that kind of thing. A little online self-learning pottery class. I kind of like this, man. This is cute. Oh, I was gonna tell you too. I'll totally do your. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Potter's Workbook. See, teamwork. We got it together. Potter's Workbook by Claire Ilian. Nah, just ignore stuff like that. I got better things to do than respond. Like listening to the birds. I'm starting to hear new birds, by the way. I guess they're coming through with the spring. I haven't seen them yet, but I hear new sounds. You can tell by the sound? Oh, you're finally having some robins show up. You know what's nuts is how far birds fly. I didn't realize that. I went down to visit some friends in Puerto Rico, and they're hardcore birders. And this guy's gonna end up looking like Mr. Bill. But they were like explaining to me like how far some of these birds travel from like freaking, you know, Canada to South America. I was like, what? This little tiny thing, you know, flying that far. It blows my mind. Nature is crazy. Hey, Arc 7. I do remember you, Arc 7. Today I'm working on a Kiln God. And I'm working on the angry side. I may be able to get enough done to show you guys before I hop and see Joel's. So I'm gonna call this dude a prototype of what I eventually want to make. Because I'm not really doing a lot of stuff right. Sculpting's hard. Hey, Pastorby, I will see you in the streams. Josefina, I do not speak Portuguese. This guy looks a little more sad than mad. He kind of looks like he's crying. Oh. But I think I'm going to do kind of doing here is testing out things I want to do to the other one, and that other one will be my final. So this is kind of what we're going for. So it's a pot that sits within the pot. And if the kiln gods have been mean, this is the side that faces forward. And if the kiln gods are nicer, this is the side that sits forward. So I think this one needs more pronounced eyes. In fact, maybe I'll practice cutting those eyeballs out. I don't know, we'll see. Has anyone else done any sculpting? This is like way harder than I expected. Yum, Wisconsin, which that's what I'm gonna assume it is, or just Yum Wee, maybe. You have the best emojis. I don't know what they even mean, but they're very colorful. And they seem happy, and I like happy things. That other kiln god's mouth is so big, it pokes out the side down here. Makes me want to kind of like do some kind of thing on the side. And I think I do want to cut out the belly. So it's almost like a little kiln itself, you know? So in about 2 or 3 more minutes, I'm gonna hop and go to Fresh Cup of Joel's site because he is starting on his kiln god. And in this little potters group, we support each other. So if you're a potter, Denny, and you want to join, you should join us and pot with us. Well, Joel, I'm going to continue working on this while you're working on yours, or while I'm watching your video, and then I'm going to steal all your ideas, and then I'm going to implement them and claim them as my own. I actually have some more sculpting tools I got somewhere. I got a kit, so I may break those out. And I think I would want to like cut the mouth out too. There we go. That's a little better. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop so that I can get some clay to sculpt with, to add pieces on that's not like half dried out, like when I'm cutting off this person, this little god here. So I can keep working on it while I watch Fresh Cup of Joel's. So if you want to hang out, hop over to Fresh Cup of Joel's page, and that's where I'll be. And you can see some more cool pottery. Everyone have an awesome day.